Greetings, fellow humans. Bad Mark here with another transmission from Metre Keyboards, and today we're taking a look at a cake. Oh, wait a minute. We're taking a look at a keyboard that is a cake. No, we're taking a look at a cake keyboard. I'm hungry. This is the new C75 from Yunzii. I have to say, as I've grown older, and perhaps it's because of society or because I have a couple of daughters or a number of factors, I have allowed myself to like cute things. Like, I remember even being younger going, oh, I like that. That's cute, but I can't say that. Like, I felt like some people might think I was less manly, but I mean, like I said, perhaps it's just age and realizing that, hey, I'm a guy. I can like pink things. I can like cute things and not lose any of my masculinity. If nothing else, I feel more comfortable with my masculinity. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm going sidetracked. Yunzii, we've worked together for a couple years, 3 years now, actually, almost. I don't always get every keyboard that they put out, but there are some that, whether they interest me or people ask me about them, or Yunzii reaches out to me and asks me if I'm interested, I'll say yes, because I have seen Yunzii improve from when they first started. And I'll admit, the first Yunzii keyboard I reviewed, I was not very impressed with, though I did later find out that it was really a rebranded keyboard from another company that I won't mention, but that's neither here nor there. I have seen some great Yunzii models. Right now I have the AL80 and the AL75, both in my regular rotation. My kids each have Yunzii. I mean, granted, my kids all have at least 3 or 4 keyboards by now, because when they find something that's cute, I already know my daughter, as soon as she saw this, she's like, dibs. I'm like, I haven't reviewed it yet. Let me review it. She's like, I'll review it for you. I'm like, okay, let me review it, and then, I'll let you use it and see what you think about it. So maybe I'll see if she wants to do a little clip and add in her own review, but she tends to be a little camera shy. But that's neither here nor there. So this is the C75 Cake keyboard from Yunzii, and I gotta say, as soon as I saw it, I was like, man, this looks good enough to eat. So hence the cake name seems to be the perfectly fitting name to it. Now, it looks like a cloud, or it looks like a cat, or it looks like a cake, but I love that little, what is that, an owu emoji kind of thing? I don't know. I mean, she wanted to take it from me right away. She's like, well, you review it later. Let me use it. I'm like, no, I got to review it now. I've got a schedule. She's like, well, when are you going to be done with it? When are you going to be done with it? So I'm going to do my review. Like I said, I may include a clip from her. It may be audio only. If she was serious about it. They have a couple of times told me, yeah, let me review it with you, Dad, or for you. But then it's just like, no, let me just use it. So anyway, it's a 75% compressed, which I know some people prefer this layout. I don't really care either way, but if I had a choice, I'd like to go with expanded, because then it's easier for my fingers to find the navigation column as well as the arrow keys. But I have a number of compressed 75% that I've used for a while and really don't have much of an issue, because I can just go in from the edge and find what I need. Anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at the Yunzii C75 and see what this cute keyboard has to offer. As always, I do like to take a look at what's included with the keyboard before taking a look at the keyboard itself, and this is probably got the most stuff included out of any keyboard that I've seen. First, we have a cat cupcake mouse pad. What? I gotta say, the cuteness just keeps coming. Now, obviously, this is a bigger than average mouse pad, but it's freaking adorable, and it matches the keyboard, so I definitely know my kids can be using this. So, yes, we have a very cute pretty full-sized mouse pad, and it's pretty dense. It is the good quality mouse pads. It's not the ones that are just a little bit thicker than a sheet of paper. This is closer to the thickness of like a one subject notebook. Not quite, but closer to that. We have this wax paper display of the keyboard. It's pretty cool, but it's probably more of a like hang up on the wall kind of thing. We have this pretty nice envelope. We see that it is a cat. So it's a cat cake keyboard. C cat, C cake. See cat, see cake, see cat, eat cake. But in here we have what looks to be a quick user manual guide that has a couple of different languages and has all the different shortcuts for the RGB, the switches. This is a 3-mode connection keyboard, which is nice. And it looks like it has a below the keyboard pocket for the 2.4. So that's always handy. Then it looks like we have an actual full-size manual that talks about hot swapping, inserting switches, all the different modes. So it's always nice when they include a quick start guide that you can keep near you when you first start using it. And then a full user guide in case you really want to get into fully customizing it. We also have a very cute birthday card. Oh, yeah. I'm going to definitely write something on here for my kid. It's not her birthday, but who cares? And then we have a sticker sheet. That's just freaking adorable. I love that. I might steal that cat in the flower ones because I really like that one. But yeah, I guarantee I'm so certain that my kid's going to be like, oh, heck yeah, this is a great keyboard. She's going to love it. She loves cute even more than I do. We have a standard wire switch and keycap puller. We have an off-white nylon braided USB-A to USB-C cable, and it is just off-white enough. I think the color of the keyboard is a bit off-white, so it probably matches. I do prefer nylon braided cables. I think that they're just more durable in my opinion for the most part. And we also have some extra keycaps. So it looks like we have a couple of novelty keycaps as well as Macintosh Command and Option keycaps. So, and a different spacebar as well. That is really cool. To me, including a few extra keycaps with the keyboard goes a long way because it allows the end user, especially if they're using Mac, to switch out the windows for the Mac keys, or if they just want to customize it and they want to change one or two keycaps. They have that ability without having to buy an entirely new keycap set because it's very rare that you're going to be able to find individual keys that match the keycap set that comes on a pre-built keyboard. So that to me is a huge plus, and I think that Yunzii kind of hit it out of the park with this. I mean, this is going to be for basically anyone young at heart to actual young. I don't think there's any age limit on this. I think this is going to be cute for a lot of people. And like I said, I have embraced enjoying cuteness, and this is like almost rainbow vomit cute. And here we are with the Yunzii C75 3-mode cat cake keyboard. Thankfully, Yunzii has included a dust cover, especially in this situation where we have a non-standardly shaped keyboard. We actually have a dust cover that fits. And using a dust cover on your keyboard when not in actual use is going to give you the longest lifetime possible with your keyboard. All right, so taking a look at the keyboard, I've got to say, it is adorable. It has these soft rubberized, you got a little heart. It looks like a little cloud that goes along the perimeter. I'm going to guess that it probably lights up. Let's give it a shot real quick. Turn it on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is all those little hearts, the cloud, the RGB, the light up of the cat face up here. Wow, we have what appears to be, if I had to guess right away, MOA profile. It looks like it has that uniform height, but they are all nicely scooped. We have nice big bold legends that are in the center of the keycaps. That's my preference. I think a lot of people actually like that. I know some people prefer scared legends, the ones that are just up, taking up the left-hand corner. But me personally, I prefer the nice big fat legend. I just think it looks good and it's retro in my opinion. Oh my goodness, it's a candy cane and it's cat paws. Come on. That is just, oh my goodness. All right, this one doesn't come off, but this one does, and this is where our 2.4 gigahertz dongle is, and it's the end of the fish. This keyboard wins on cuteness. As far as cute goes, for me, this is the cutest keyboard I have reviewed to date. This is just absolutely adorable. Half a fish, so it looks like the fish is sticking out of your computer. And the fact that it's hidden under a cat paw, that's just adorable. I mean, this one doesn't come out, but this one does, but it fits nicely in there. And it says this is where the 2.4 gigahertz dongle is. This doesn't seem to come out, but we got the feet. We've got a very cool design. So we're only going to have one typing angle, but that's usually the case with aluminum keyboards. This one's plastic, but despite it being plastic, it's quite substantial. Ooh, I must have turned on an effect there. So I'm sure there's some, yep, that's all pink. So I'm sure there's effects. Yeah, we can see that we've got different effects for that light, different effects for the side. If you love RGB, this is going to be a keyboard that you'll enjoy. Now, obviously, I've got it in wireless mode, so there's going to be certain things that don't work. And oh, quick preview. That is a Thocky cat. This is, it has to be up there, probably in the top 10, if not the top 5 of thockiest keyboards I've encountered out of the box. That is just, I want to keep this keyboard. I don't want to give it to my kid. I'm just kidding. I will give it to my kid, but I'm going to use it for a little while before I close out the review, so I can at least provide some thoughts on using it after a while. I love the setup of the keys. We have delete, home, end, page up, page down. So we basically have almost like a 5-key navigation column, but that's usually the case on most 75% compressed layouts. Like I said, I don't particularly mind having the compressed layout, though if I had a choice, I do like more of an expanded layout. But I have to say, this is just about the most adorable thing I've ever seen, and I would change the aesthetics of my desk for this. This kind of cute though. Hello Kitty stuff. I still like Hello Kitty. Like there's a Hello Kitty Batsumaru Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing, I think, that's at McDonald's, and my wife and I, because we both love those, we went through the drive-thru and ordered. We hardly ever go to McDonald's, but we actually went through the drive-thru and got a few Happy Kids meals for our kids and their friends, but we're like, we got to keep the toys because they are adorable. It's a cute keyboard. It sounds amazing. It's gasket mounted. What kind of switches do we have in here? Okay, we got white-bodied pink switches. So we've got wide-bodied, well, almost cream actually, with a pink stem. They're long pull, and they are branded Yunzii. We'll have to see what actual switch that is, but they're very tappy, but they really, I mean, it's probably a combination of the foams on the inside and the MOA, SA, their XDA. Some of those keycap profiles really deliver more of that thocky sound, but in this situation, it's definitely delivering that. We have a south-facing PCB, and we do have IXPE layers with the PET right above the PCB and the IXPE above that. We have 3 and 5 pin hot swap compatibility with south facing. Let's check out the stabilizers. All right, looks like we have palm plate mounted stabilizers, and it does look to be a PC plate. And let me see about these. All right, those are about as attached to the plate as they can be. So we have really nice tolerances on the plate mounted stabilizers. Oh yeah, they don't even want to come up. These are almost a part of it. So let me see if I can get them out of here. All right, does not look like we have any support for screw-in stabilizers, though we do have some padding between the plate and the PCB. And there's also some padding, some nice thick, what feels like, I guess a neoprene rubber, perhaps, below the PCB. The stabilizers are lubricated on the inside of the stem, but I don't see any on the elbows, though I did not hear any ticking or any issues with sound when I tested them. All right, those are some really well-attached stabilizers. They even give me a little bit of a fit going back in. So I don't think anybody is going to complain about the stabilizers on this keyboard, because well tuned and there's no ticking to speak of. If I didn't already promise this to my daughter, I think I would be keeping this for myself. Just the specs. Today we are taking a look at the Yunzii C75 Cat Cake keyboard, a 3-mode, uniquely designed 75% plastic mechanical keyboard. It comes with a gasket-mounted PC plate. It is available in 4 different colors: beige, as we are reviewing today, pink, blue, and purple. It has a south-facing 3 and 5-pin hot swap PCB with hi-fi layers and silicone dampening below the PCB. It comes with your choice of either Milk V2 or Candy linear switches from Yunzii. It is preloaded with die-sub PBT MOA profile keycaps. It includes a cat sticker sheet, a mouse pad, extra keycaps, and a greeting card. It is preloaded with a 5500 mAh battery and comes weighing in at 1012 grams. Chin of this keyboard sits at 21 millimeters, while the back sits at 40 millimeters, providing for a default typing angle of 9 degrees. The MSRP for this keyboard is $109, but is currently available for $92 on Yunzii's website, links below. So I've got to say, this keyboard really is very unique. It fit into my workspace, even though it's kind of more of a mech kind of setup. Not fully mech, but it worked just fine. It did not get in my way, which is one of the biggest things for me. Tools, whether it be a keyboard, a mouse, a trackpad, a camera, tools that I use to complete my tasks have to be able to work with me and not getting in my way. If you get in my way, I'm going to find a replacement. I need it to flow with my workflow, and this one absolutely had no issue doing that. I love the design. I love how it sounds. The software is very complete. You can do per key RGB. You can do all of that. I've done Yunzii software before. It's the same for this keyboard. There's no surprises. It has macros. It has per key RGB. It has remapping, even though I didn't do any remapping because the way that it comes preloaded works for me and it's sensible. I mean, I always like the delete up here in the top right corner, and the rest of them just make sense to me. So, but of course, if you want to change your mappings, you have that availability, and you can either use the correct key if it comes with it, or you can use one of the novelty keys it includes, because it's an MOA, so all the rows are going to be the same height. Now, I've got to say, this is a very cute keyboard. I'm going to continue to use it for a little while before I end up handing it off to my daughter, as it just works for me. I actually did record and then accidentally deleted the software part, but like I said, it's very if you've seen any of my previous reviews before, it's the same Yunzii software. It works the same. It has all the functionality that you would expect from a keyboard, from, like I said, per key RGB, macros, remapping, function layer, and updates, firmware updates, everything within there. So for a unique keyboard that is affordable, I mean, yes, I know it might be a little bit pricey than others, but there's so many unique things. I mean, I don't have another keyboard. I've got a couple of cute keyboards, but really they're just more pinkish, purplish colors, and maybe they have like one flare to kind of make it pop. This one has like all of the flares that were expected in Office Space. It really just has a very unique personality, and I don't usually assign that word to keyboards because, like I said, they're tools. But this one, not only is it a tool, it has a personality, and it's one that I quite enjoy using. And I think for a lot of people, this is going to be something that not only they're going to enjoy using, but they're going to enjoy having it on their desk, whether they work at home or they work in an office. It's just a lovely keyboard, and it's not too loud, so I don't think any office workers, even in cubicles, I don't think people are going to complain, because that thock is deeper, so it tends to not be as loud and as travel as a higher pitch frequency. So I think that for most people, they're not going to have any problems using this in an office environment. Anyway, I absolutely love this keyboard. I know it's probably not for everybody, but I think a lot of people are really going to love how it looks, how it sounds, and how it performs. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with a stock sound test of out of the box with the candid linear switches and the MOA keycaps. As always, should you have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything you'd like for me to take a look at, please let me know down in the comments section below. I do my best to respond to each and every comment as soon as possible. For now, I just want to wish everyone out there a wonderful rest of your day, and until the next transmission, keep calm and keyboard on.